Hi everyone, and welcome to another learning moment with me, Nobelin Chirabo. I'm here to equip you and empower you so you can live to your full potential. Today I want to talk about personal branding. Yes, a lot of people ask me in my trainings and different engagements whether there is a difference between a personal brand and a company or a business brand. And my answer is yes. My basis for my answer is on the fact that you and the business or the company are two different entities. I like to give a very simple example. As a person, you have a national ID or a passport. You are an entity. You have an identification number by which we identify you. And if you are running a business or a company that is registered, the business has its own registration number. It has its own birth certificate, which is a certificate of registration in the country where or community where you are operating. And that is enough to validate that you and your business or your company are two different entities. So, how do you go about building a personal brand? Personal branding is not very different from company branding. The principles that apply to company branding also apply to your personal brand. So when we think about a brand, every brand has an identity. And so the first place for us to think about is your personal identity. Who are you as a person? And then who do you want us to know you for? Every brand must project what it wants its customers to know it for, or what it wants its customers to identify it for. So, as a person, the first place for you in building a personal brand is your purpose. You need to have a purpose statement. Why do you exist? Why do you live? For the so many years you have been alive, and the so many other years you have to come, why are you here? Why are you still alive? Answering that question can be tricky. It takes a bit of reflection. Sometimes you will need someone to guide you through the process of purpose discovery. But understanding your purpose is the first step in identifying who you are and the first step in beginning to build a personal brand. Understanding your purpose will give direction to every other thing in your life. So when your purpose statement is clear, then we need to go about to identify what's your vision. The purpose is your why. It's your reason for existence. It is your reason for living. The vision is a number on the horizon, a target that you are working towards. Sometimes people call it a lifetime goal. It needs to be big, it needs to be audacious, and yet it still needs to be relevant in your day-to-day occurrence. So think about it. If you say, for example, your purpose is to equip youth and women to live to their full potential, then your vision could be attaching a number to it. How many youth, how many women, in what time frame do you want to equip? Do you want to empower? Whose lives do you want to transform? So putting a number around it will give you a sense of direction. Vision is what gives direction to purpose. Because oftentimes purpose is ambiguous. It's a lifetime pursuit. Vision gives it direction. I want to pursue this number of women, 1 million women, 1,000 youth, whatever the number is, that can become your vision on the horizon. Ensure that your vision is big enough to inspire you to wake up and to keep you motivated day in and day out. The second thing after you identify your vision is now to articulate your mission. And before you scratch your head and wonder, how do I develop a mission statement? I have done another video on developing a mission statement. But here is a quick way to think about your mission statement. It is how you go about achieving your vision. What skills, what talent, what experience, or what opportunities are you seeing in the marketplace or in the community that you can serve to provide solution? So it's thinking about what you already have, your skills, your talents, your abilities, and then quickly thinking how can you use them to serve other people towards your bigger goal, or what we called your vision. Your mission is aligned to your personality, your design, the things you care about, the things you excel at, the things you are good at. Here is a quick red flag for you to watch out for. If you feel you are called to a certain area, you're pursuing a certain vision, but you feel like you're consistently swimming against the tide, you might want to stop and ask, am I using the right strategy? Strategy comes out of mission. When you identify what you're good at, when you identify what you excel at, and position yourself to use your skills, your talents, your experience to provide solutions for other people, then you will excel in your mission. So your strategy comes out of your mission. When you identify what you're good at, then you begin to think, how do I then use the skills or talent or experience to excel in the pursuit of my vision? The other most important thing in developing a personal brand is articulating your values. I have done another video on, identifying your values in case that is something you're still struggling with. But knowing your values is identifying your true north. They will guide your character, they will guide your commitment, but they'll also define your culture. So, what do you stand for as a person? What do you value? What's important to you? And how does that shape the way you live your life and the way you do the different things that you are committed to? Think about it. Every brand, one of the things they first do in the market is to articulate why they are existing, their purpose. And then they'll state a vision. For example, MTN says, everywhere you go. Their vision is to ensure that no matter where you go, you will find a signal for MTN. And so thinking about your vision is important. And then they'll go about to identify mission and strategy. The mission and strategy is normally for you, not your external partners. However, it will be important when you begin to outsource partners and different stakeholders to support you in achieving your vision. Then you need to help them understand how it's going to be done. And your values will guide the commitments you make, the culture you develop, and the character that you embody. Remember, when we think about a brand, we think about culture, and culture feeds on values. So it's very important to know your values as a person and that how that shapes the way you're showing up in public, because that is part of your brand. In the second part of this video, I'll be talking about how do you then activate your personal brand? How do you bring it to life? What are some of the practical things we can do? In this video, I was sharing the introduction to building a personal brand. Your purpose, your vision, your mission, and your values are the bedrock, are the foundation for building a personal brand. My name is Nobeli Chirabo. Have a blessed day and a blessed week.